All right, we are live once again, you guys. I will be going live making reaction videos. I promise you that. Okay, but I'm just chilling Saturday, man, and I gotta set all these doggone different ring lights up, and I gotta put the phone in the ring light, and I gotta adjust it, and I don't just throw stuff together, so I gotta make sure it's leveled and all that stuff, and it's just the right distance from the desk. And man, look, I'm gonna get to it. But anyway, till then, you guys subscribe, join the tribe. I'm gonna need for my soul tribe to come through, and I'll definitely be making more reaction videos because I see now who's watching my content. The last video I dropped had 30 direct people. It said 30 people came in direct, and then it had a bunch of people came in through suggested, and then some of them came in through it says other channel pages. I don't know what that means, but it said 30 direct people came in. Okay. So I'm gonna, step my game up and bring in my soul tribe because I didn't get nothing but like 4 likes. And one of them likes came from my homeboy Moon, and more likely one of them came from my cousin Trey. Okay. So it's a bunch of black dudes. A bunch of black dudes are coming over here because what I do is I make a live. They don't know what I'm doing. I'm throwing out a bunch of different stuff, disappearing off the internet so they can't see me on any other platform, going to TikTok to see who's watching me, to see what panel just got started up discussing the same thing I just got through discussing on YouTube. And I'm catching a bunch of you sorry ass Negroes, boy. A bunch of y'all. You sorry ass pieces of shit. Hey, why don't you make a YouTube and actually put some work in and say what you have to say over here? Don't jump on some other man's panel to say some stuff that you should be saying to me directly. Say it in my comment section. Say it in my comment section so I can cook you up. Don't go run over to TikTok. I was just on TikTok, and I'm going to tell you something. You DL black dudes that are concerned with where other black men or who they're laying with, the size of woman they're laying with, and their preference, you're down low. You're weird. You're homosexual. I don't care how tough you try to talk online. I don't care what you keep bringing up about I've seen these goofballs try to say that men that have preference and don't go for big women are DL. What in the world is wrong with you, man? It's like you broke ass dudes that can't go overseas. In the community, your worst enemy is another black dude that ain't on your level. He ain't on your level. He gonna do whatever he can do to make it not seem that way, but he really don't like you. He don't, because his sorry ass can't get women like you do. You gotta understand something, man. And I'm gonna be real about something. Can we be real for a minute? Black dudes don't see any other race of man as competition but other black dudes. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. And the level of competition that they see you as is it's like a generational curse. You know, it derives from slavery and whatnot because they don't do nothing to any other race of man. They have no problem. But when you listen to them complain on TikTok, they're always going after other black men with a preference. Like they sound tough. They always be trying to sound tough and hood, and your bitch ass is gossiping about other men's preferences online and you're calling them gay. Bitch ass boy, how tough can you be? That's all you do. And you wonder why I get online and I say what I say about, oh, I ain't part of no black community. Because you sorry ass mother. You just want to be able to critique other black men without being called a hater. No other group of people call it a community when they're criticizing each other. It's a community when they're working together to solve problems. But you want to be able to criticize other black men behind the veil of I'm holding them accountable. Man, shut the fuck up, man. You ain't fooling nobody. That's why you ain't got shit. That's why other communities laughed at us, because the smarter ones that actually have preferences and articulate, y'all go after us. You try to find a clever way to disguise it, but you really just have a problem with the way that we are, because you can't relate because we're not the same Negroes. And it shouldn't be a problem. There's your smart Negroes. There's your Negroes that are innovative, super talented. And then there's the street Negroes, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Then there's the country Negroes. There's nothing wrong with that. Why do you have to get jealous and envious and then try to disguise it when you sound like a woman online critiquing, not a woman, a broken female online critiquing the preferences of other black men, how do you think you sound, bitch ass boy? I have no problem with you liking big ass women. Just listen to a dude talk about how he likes big women and then try to say every man that likes thinner women be getting with big women, you know, behind closed doors and are halfway DL. The fuck you get that from? You sitting around listening to a bunch of broken women with your sissy ass. Ain't no group of men sitting around coming up with anything like that. There's no, man, what group of dudes are sitting around wasting time trying to figure out what other men are doing and where other men are sticking their dick? You're weird. And because you don't like the fact that, hey, we got a preference, we voice it because we man enough to do it, and we still get bitches, it makes you mad. It makes you mad. You wish you could do it. You can't. You ain't got the riz, you ain't got the swag, you ugly boy. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't got the aura like that. But you try to disguise it behind all this other stuff. It'd be the same thing in the community. It'd be the same thing in the community, right? When like dark-skinned dudes go after light-skinned dudes. Them light-skinned dudes be minding their business, getting hoes. And them dark-skinned dudes, you think you clever. But oh, it's that light skin. No, you're hating. You're hating. It don't do you no good. It don't do you no good. You don't see them light-skinned dudes going after any woman that's talking about they like them chocolate or tall, dark, and handsome. Light-skinned dudes don't do that. Y'all be going after light-skinned dudes because they be getting hoes. The hoes that you want. And you try to disguise it behind. It ain't even cute. It ain't even funny. It's like, man, you got some self-hate going on, man. You know what I mean? Like, you trying to hide it behind. Look. All black dudes, man. You can't sit here and try to put lighter-skinned black dudes in a category because women prefer them. And that's their way of throwing shade towards that category so women don't think about going towards them because it make them look like they like soft-ass dudes. These dudes be doing, see, in the black, they be doing weird stuff, man. They be doing little weird microaggression, weird-ass stuff. And what it is like the dudes that you see that be super upset at passport bros that are embodying the same energy of broken women who are making it seem like there's something wrong with men not wanting to get married and there's something wrong with men wanting to move around, you know, instead of staying here arguing with the women that they don't want to deal with. Like they feel entitled to you and you're supposed to deal with them, their attitude, the way that they've allowed themselves to be, you know, to mature into these fembot type women. And they call it masculinity. We got to stop allowing for them to frame negative things that are toxic as masculine. Then that means that everything good and wholesome is feminine. No, they're toxic. They're toxic. That's all that it is, right? There's toxic traits in everybody, and you allowing for them to frame it as all masculine traits is demonizing everything about men and allowing for them to get away with it. And these same stankin' ass chicks want us to get with them after they bash us in all different types of ways. Like I was just on a panel on TikTok and one of the women tried to make it seem like she was like cool with everything the guys were saying about preferences, not wanting to get married and how the contract of marriage is very dumb and it's set up, you know, so that women pretty much take the role of the man. You know, they have all control and you're scared of losing whatever. And the woman kept saying on the panel, why are y'all scared of marriage? Of course, a black woman. Why are y'all scared? She kept saying scared. And the dude on the panel kept saying it's not a word that you should be using when you're describing the way that the man's preference or the way a man wants to move. Like, that's not the word you use. And she was like, well, you know, I mean scared in the sense of apprehensive. Use the word apprehensive then. Use the word cautious. You know what you're doing when you do it. And we're tired of giving you a pass. We done gave you so much of a pass, you think that you're outthinking us. And them dudes corrected her real quick, got her straightened out, and she seemed like she was caught off guard. You're throwing shade. Men don't want to be told they're scared. That's when we go fight wars and stuff like that, right? Like you don't talk to grown men like that. And you keep thinking it's your place to tell grown men they're scared. It's not your place. And you wonder why you can't get a man. When a man like me, because I don't talk in the panels in the comment section, unless the women, you know, or the dudes that are pandering go too far. And then I hop in there and everybody get quiet. I guess you're familiar with my work. Because I don't see you trying to say nothing back to me. The most you do is try to invite me up. With everybody in there, I get in there and say a few words, you try to invite me up. You know who I am. You know who I am. You know how I talk. Period. Too many people being there for y'all to be trying to invite me up on the panel and everybody else talking shit too. Okay? No. You know who I am. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all watch my content, just have ideas to make your little goofy ass panels. So now I'm going to your panels and making videos off of y'all. Period. And the way you goofy dudes, you goofy black dudes, you cowards, you got something to say about black men with preferences because they're not your preference, because I didn't hurt your fucking feelings, because I said I don't like big women for all kind of reasons, and it reminds you of your mama, and you get offended by it. That ain't got nothing to do with me, man. You're a broken individual, and your opinion don't mean nothing. That's why you're on a TikTok panel and not on YouTube or anything that matters. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can start up a TikTok panel. All you need is like 4 followers, right? Something like that. I don't know. Something like that. So, I mean, I don't want to hear it. Be a bunch of random people on there and nobody want to show their face, but have everything to say. You get no respect. That's why you can't come over on YouTube. You know, you got to show your face eventually. You have to be somewhat presentable. But on TikTok, you can just not show your face and just run your mouth and feel better. Trauma bond with a bunch of losers. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You be over here watching my content. You don't drop no comments in here, but you use my content to come up with ideas to go run a TikTok and trauma bond and gossip about what other men's preferences are. You know, just some punks, man. Some weird ass punks. And then I can't stand when y'all try to sound tough on. Ain't nothing worse than you trying to sound like a gangster on the internet. All the mumbling and what are you doing, man? Like, articulate yourself. That ain't making you. You're on your phone. Stop mumbling. You don't mumble at your job. You can't. You wouldn't have one. Tired of y'all, man, putting on this mask and trying to sound tough and all this other stuff. Man, you're on the internet worrying about other men who have preferences that don't align with yours. I can't stand listening to a dude talk. He like big women anyway, right? Like you're the problem in the community. You're not promoting healthy anything. You want bigger women that are out of shape. You want them to be unhealthy. For what reason, man? What did he say? Something about some pelvic bone or whatever? Man, dude, y'all just be saying whatever, man. That's the problem in the community. Women and men should be encouraged to stay in shape, not just for them, but for their family members and the loved ones around them. You're saying, oh no, I like them big. For how long do you think she can maintain that weight? How many years? Healthy. You're not promoting health. You're worried about your concern. You don't want pelvic bone. You're not worried about that woman. So don't try to judge me. Okay. I ain't never said that there's something wrong with women that are overweight. I said I won't date them. I won't date them. And if there was a great overweight woman that I just felt so greatly about that I wanted to date, we're going to be talking about getting her healthy. That's it. I want her to stick around for a long time. You be taking offense to stuff because just like y'all be reporting people on TikTok, you don't like what someone's saying and you feel like you can do something about it. We got to get back to the point when you realize just because you don't agree with somebody don't mean you can do anything about it. It don't mean you can run to a little raggedy ass corner store TikTok panel and say a bunch of stuff to make yourself feel better. It don't mean nothing. I understand women doing that, but grown men doing it to make yourself feel better because you heard some dude say he don't like big women. What in the world I got to do with you? Again, every other group of men are allowed to have preferences except black men. As soon as you're like, oh, I don't like the fact that like 80% of black women are overweight. Like, I don't want that. I don't like that. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, now it's a problem. It's a problem. He's gonna all the stuff to say. Y'all attack your own community more than any other group. You have a problem with people that aren't just like you from your region of whatever part of the United States you're from. Treat them like an outsider. You don't understand how to really network or understand there's different parts of your community and you have to embrace all the different types of people in your community. Y'all just weird. You just want to go off of 1 or 2 narratives and that's just it. Anything outside of that just you're weird, man. You're weird. Okay. And the crazy part is if y'all so great and the guys with preferences are the weirdos, why do y'all go for us for talking points? Why do y'all come to us to learn how to speak properly and talking points? Like, what's that about? I don't understand. I'm confused. So again, you people, do what you do. There's plenty of men. Listen, to sum it up, there's plenty of men out here that love bigger women. The way that these guys were online on that panel, complaining about guys that like skinny women and stuff like that. I guess the problem is the bigger women don't like them. And the bigger women want guys that don't like bigger women. Because why would there be any problem with it if, the women that were bigger were getting the men that they wanted? Right? I've seen a lot of chubby chasers on there defending it. Well, but there's so many chubby chasers. Why are women complaining about men that don't want chubby women? Are you just coming after us because we have a preference and you feel like we're not allowed to? You're the new slave catchers, the new masses. Like, it irritates your spirit to see us have preferences and think on our own and move in our own way. You the new master now? I need to know. I need to know. You're not going to hide behind your skin. You're not. If you're moving funny and you're acting like black men aren't allowed to do other things to other men, then you're my enemy. Period, point blank. Right? All skin folk ain't kinfolk. I don't give a damn. If you have a problem with black men that think for themselves and you're trying to make them do what you want them to do, oh, hell no. You're my enemy. You're not going to hide behind a skin color or being a black woman or a black man. No. No. I'm going to watch how you move. I'm going to listen to the things you say. All you people be copying most of what I say, man. When nobody talking about pattern recognition, y'all just be doing, listen, you ain't slick. I see everything that you be trying to, say subliminally and shade you trying to throw. I know half of y'all be watching half of what I say, copying what I do. Just know that. So to act like my opinion don't matter, nah, listen, it does. And I just said I don't like overweight women to date. No problem with them business-wise or whatever. Not saying that they're bad people because y'all are just taking stuff and running with it. Just like some women don't want men that are under 6 foot. I have no issue with it. Some women don't like men that don't make a certain amount of money. What's the problem? None. So there shouldn't be no problem with my preferences. I can't stand seeing black men and women online complaining about black men that have preferences and giving their 2 cents about it. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. It's getting you nowhere. We're not listening to you. So you're just trauma bonding, getting online trauma bonding. Yeah, gossiping. Yeah, that's what I think about them black dudes. Yeah, them black dudes. Yeah, them ones that they only like skinny women. Yeah. What are you doing? Stupid as hell. That's why we don't have nothing. You see black men like me and you just got to try to find a problem with them. And then you got to try to trauma bond with some other idiots about what you noticed. Right? What are you doing? What are you doing for the community? What are you doing for yourself? How are you growing? And I don't want to hear nothing about, I got that business going on. And shut up, man. I'm asking you, like, what have you done for the community? How have you advanced yourself to where your family is going to be celebrating generational wealth and things of that nature from the work you put in? Where is that at? Where's the work that I'm not seeing even the work being put in, but you got time enough to gossip about black men ain't got nothing to do with you, black men and their preferences. You know what I mean? Where you find the time for it when you ain't where you need to be at yet? Yeah. Nigga babble. That's all that it is, man. You're never going to get past those accusations, okay? Just not going to. Just online talking nonsense. Talk more against your own group than any other group. Can't believe I was watching a panel full of people discussing black men that like skinny and shaped women. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell. No other group of men get judged for liking fit women. I mean, y'all just laugh it off when you bring up white women and how white men be getting on to them about their weight. Y'all just laugh. Oh yeah. Ain't no white man gonna let no woman get that big. They get to just have whatever kind of preference. Have their women pencil thin. Oh, a black man just wants his woman fit. Oh, we can't have that. You should be accepting the big women. What is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? They do everything they can to destroy the black community. They're the ones putting these big ass women on TV. They're the ones that are promoting them and telling them they should be able to run their mouth and still have skinny dudes. Tyler Perry's the one showing you big women with small guys. Ain't no dude my size want no big ass woman. Are you crazy? No, you can get some dude like a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? That want some big woman. What does he got to lose? But a fit man? No. Why would I work out to watch? Why would I work out to live to watch you be big and just be alive. Why would I do that? When you're working out, man, like the work you're putting in is for longevity. You're watching someone fall apart. How would that work? We're not doing this, man. Like, y'all gotta just get it together, man. And black men that you prefer, if they have preferences and you're not part of that preference, work towards being it. It's called, evolving, upgrading, doing what you need to do to get what you want. But asking for some DEI government handout, top of the line black man because you just a black, what are you talking about? You know how many pandering ass black dudes are out here in these panels? Go to these panels on TikTok. You're gonna find 3 or 4 Pander Bear Express dudes on there. Hop on their train and roll out. Roll out. Why y'all keep talking about us? Roll out. Just sit around making these dumbass panels talking about men that can afford to move around and men that can afford to have preferences. They've worked hard, they got their looks together, whatever the case may be, and can afford to have preferences. Some of you dudes can't afford to have any. I get it. Let's move around, man. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. Get on here a little bit later, drop some reaction videos. But these videos are needed. These idiots need to be told about themselves, man. Keep running over here to my channel, listening to my content. You need to be told about yourself. I'm not gonna jump on your goofy ass panel. No. I can tell where these conversation topics are coming from. I'm just gonna come over here. I'm gonna watch it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So again, you guys, black men are allowed to have preferences. We are not in favor of overweight women, just like no other group of men are either. That's just what it is. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Take how you want to be. The problem is, like, we give you the option of losing weight. Y'all say some crazy shit like, oh, you got to be over 6 foot, make over 200K a year. This crazy stuff. Stuff that men can't even do nothing about. So, at least we're giving you the option of losing weight so you can improve to get what you want. Anyway, you guys do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe on the tribe. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I appreciate y'all. Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.
It's on mute. Hey, hold on. Bitch, be quiet. Lot of niggas fake, so I'm moving inside.